This dog story was sent in by somebody named Mary. Writes, Dear Uncle Larry and little Tommy, we live out here in the armpit of McHenry. And some time ago, my brother Tom, my mother, our black toy poodle, Pierre, and I were all watching TV in the dark. Mom was petting the dog and suddenly said, No wonder Pierre has been acting sluggish lately. He's got a big lump on his throat. Somebody turn on the light. Well, needless to say, we were all concerned as Pierre was getting old. So my brother Tom fumbles in the dark, turns on the lights, and there's Pierre in all his glory with Mom holding the wrong end of the dog. She was petting him in the dark there. Didn't know which end she was petting there, little Tom. Felt that lump there. She abruptly left the room complaining about our hysterical laughter. Probably went straight to the bathroom to wash her hands.
Oh, gosh.
Says P.S., dog's gonna be okay, little Tommy, but Mom gets upset every time we mention the big smile on Pierre's face. P.S. Number 2, we no longer watch TV in the dark.
Well, how's that, everybody? Did you enjoy your first introduction to Uncle Lair and his sidekick, little Tommy Edwards? Well, I hope you did. Did you know that roses are one of the world's most oldest flowers? I love roses. They're like my favorite. I know it's cliche, but they are my favorite flower. Did you also know that people not only collect them and grow them and put them in vases, but also eat them? Some people take their petals and add them to jellies and jams. Supposedly, they're packed with vitamin C, which is something interesting. Yes, this is called Helicopter Escape. I thought I'd include a few of my newly discovered mobile games during Night Talk. I've been gaming since I was a teenager, so I'm big on gaming. We all know that fragrances are used in perfumes. Of course. And did you know that each rose color has a different meaning? All right. There are 10 colors of roses, and each of the colors are given meanings. Pink, for example, is elegance. Yellow is friendship. Okay, we all know that red is romance. And white is sympathy. Well, I hope you enjoyed our tale of the lovely black poodle, Pierre. A look at a mobile game that I'm playing here and there, and some interesting facts about roses. Also, know that at this moment, a lot of you are going through hot weather, really hot weather. So please take care of yourselves. Please rest. Don't push yourselves, and drink plenty of fluids, okay? What we're going to do now is we're going to continue our public domain Isaac Asimov story entitled Youth. Do you think so? Everybody thinks so. You ask anyone. Anyway, I found animals this morning. 2 of them. And you've got them? Sure. That's the secret. Are you telling? Of course not. Okay. I've got them in the barn. So, do you want to see them? They were almost at the barn. Its huge open door black. Too black. They had been heading there all the time. Slim stopped in his tracks. He tried to make his words casual. Are they big? Would I fool with them if they were big? They can't hurt you. They're only about so long. I've got them in a cage. They were in the barn now, and Slim saw the large cage suspended from a hook at the roof. It was covered with stiff canvas. Red said, "We used to have some bird there or something. Anyway, they can't get away from there. Come on, let's go up to the loft." They clambered up to the wood stairs, and Red hooked the cage toward them. Slim pointed and said, "There's sort of a hole in the canvas." Red frowned. "How'd that get there?" He lifted the canvas and looked in and said with relief, "Whew, they're still there." The canvas appeared to be burned. This worried Slim. "You want to look or don't you?" Slim nodded slowly. He wasn't sure he wanted to. After all, they might be, but the canvas had been jerked off, and there they were. 2 of them, just the way Red said. They were small and sort of disgusting looking. The animals moved quickly as the canvas lifted and were on the side toward the youngsters. Red poked a cautious finger at them. "Watch out," said Slim in agony. They don't hurt you," said Red. "Ever see anything like them?" "Nope." "Can't you see how a circus would jump at the chance to have these?" Maybe they're too small for a circus." Red looked annoyed. He left the cage, which swung back and forth the pendulum fashion. "You're just trying to back out, aren't you?" "No, I'm not. It's just they're not too small. Don't worry. Right now, I've only got one worry." "What's that?" "Well, I've got to keep them here till the circus comes, don't I? I've got to figure out what to feed them." Meanwhile, the cage swung, and the little trapped creatures clung to its bars, gesturing at the youngsters with queer, quick motions, almost as though they were intelligent. Part 2. The astronomer entered the dining room with decorum. He felt very much the guest. He said, "Where are the youngsters?" "My son isn't in his room." The industrialist smiled. "They've been out for hours." However, breakfast was forced into them among the women some time ago, so there's nothing to worry about. "Youth, doctor. Youth. Youth." The word seemed to depress the astronomer. They ate the breakfast in silence. The industrialist said once, "You really think they'll come? The day looks so normal." The astronomer said, "They'll come." That was all. Afterward, the industrialist said, "You'll pardon me. I can't conceive your playing so elaborate a hoax. You really spoke to them?" "As I speak to you. At least in a sense. They can project thoughts." I could not say. I asked them, and of course they were vague. Or perhaps it was just that I could not understand. It involves a projector for the focusing of thought, and even more than that, conscious attention on the part of both the projector and the receptor. It was quite a while before I realized they were trying to think at me. Such a thought projectors may be part of the science they will give us. Perhaps, said the industrialist. Yet I think of the changes it would bring to society. A thought projector? Why not? Change would be good for us. I don't think so. It's only in old age that change is unwelcome, said the astronomer, and races can be as old as the individuals. The industrialist pointed out the window. You see that road? It was built before the wars. I don't know exactly when. It is as good now as the day it was built. We couldn't possibly duplicate it now. The race was young when that was built, eh? Then? Yes. At least they weren't afraid of new things. No. But I wish they had been. Where is the society of before the wars? Destroyed. Doctor, what good were youth and new things? We're better off now. The world is peaceful and jogs along. The race goes nowhere, but after all, there is nowhere to go. They prove that. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little bit of Isaac Asimov's short story, Youth. We'll come back to it again tomorrow. Before I close out, I'd like to introduce you to a new manga that I just started. It's called Parasyte. They arrive in silence and darkness. They descend from the skies. They have a hunger for human flesh. They are everywhere. They are parasites, alien creatures who must invade and take control of a human host in order to survive. Once they have infected their victims, they can assume any deadly form they choose. Monsters with giant teeth, winged demons, creatures with blades for hands. But most have chosen to conceal their lethal purpose behind ordinary human faces, so no one knows their secret, except an ordinary high school student, Shin. Shin is battling for control of his own body against an evil parasite. But can he find a way to warn humanity of the horrors to come? I'm on chapter 3 at the moment, and here's their introduction. The artwork is pretty cool. I like the artwork, and I love the introduction because it gave a feeling of suspense and made you want to read more. So we're going to take a look at chapter 0. Above the earth, someone was thinking. If half of mankind disappeared, how many forests would be saved? If 99% of mankind disappeared, would pollution be reduced by 99%? Above the earth, someone was thinking. Someone was thinking, if we protected life, objects the same size as a tennis ball, an unknown amount floats down upon the earth. I know it almost sounds when you look at this like these art forms and everything, and what you read, that it's going to be like a pro save the earth thing. But actually, these aliens, like I said, I'm in chapter 3 already, and these aliens are doing some pretty nasty things. They get inside of the body, and the human's body, they use it as a host, and yeah, they do, they're not as nice as you think they would be based on the intro that you're given. But it's good so far. Like I said, and I read about it. I didn't want to read too much about it because I didn't want any spoilers. But so far, yeah, I really like it. So if you guys are looking for, if you're tired of, American comics or whatever, and you're interested in something new, Parasyte is pretty good. Other ones I recommend are Battle Royale and Dolly Kill Kill. Those are other good mangas to read. And also, of course, and I believe they're Battle Angel Alita. I believe they may be making another film. I've got to check up on that, but I think Cameron might be working on producing something. And so we have to see how that works. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in to another Night Talk. Have a wonderful day. Please stay hydrated. And please stay cool. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. And we'll see you tomorrow.